which one is a better investment? Is it crypto? Is it stocks? Or is it real estate? It's a really, really interesting question. Should you go with crypto? Should you go with perhaps something in the property market? Or should you go with stock? Sometimes it can be a personal opinion. I'd always go, for me, that you should diversify. So if you think things are a good investment, don't put it all in one area. That would be my personal opinion. When I come to investing, I feel, perhaps rightly, that crypto is more volatile. When you're thinking about risk to reward, I think that over the medium term, it will give you a higher return. But it's more volatile. Have you got the stomach, if I can say, for crypto? Because it's all right saying, I want to get a high return. But when it drops by 30% and you put 10,000 in and it's now worth 7, or perhaps it's worth 5,000, 50%'s gone. How do you feel? Because most investors are emotional. And I know the feeling, because even though I'm an advisor, I can get emotional too. I've invested, I believe it's the right time, it's a good investment, but easier said than done. So when you're investing, particularly in something like crypto, you have to realize that it's volatile. Are you really prepared for a fall and just to let it stay? And if you're not, you shouldn't be using crypto. You should be looking at something less volatile. So now we come to stock. If you're in good companies, it's less volatile. There's still, of course, some volatility. But nevertheless, you can invest in top companies. And yes, you could get perhaps a 20% fall, but you know there's good upside. And you know over any 5-year period since the war, you'd have made approximately 10% per annum. In other words, stock, investing in real companies, is going to make you a return over a period of time. So you know that you're going to be able to get a good return, particularly if you talk to a financial advisor. And the stock, of course, there is another advantage that if you have to sell it, you can. Of course, it's volatile, so you've got the potential downside, but you've got access. Then we talk about property. Property is a different form of investment. And of course, everybody, in my opinion, should own a property. Should you speculate by having another property? It's again a personal choice. For me, if you invest into property and I need some money, I'm not going to sell the roof to access some cash. So it's a bit less flexible. So if you're investing in property, again, you know over a period of time, you're highly likely to make a good return. But you've also got to realize that really, particularly with property, it's not accessible. You've got to be prepared to leave it for 5 to 10 years, and then you're highly likely to have doubled your money, including the yield that you'd have made on it. Is it for everybody as a second asset? For some it is. For me, diversification. Why? I like crypto. I think it's got massive potential. I'm not going to put my life savings in it because I know that it's volatile. I like stock because I can have, with a financial advisor, pick good companies that are going to get me a good return. And of course, I'd like to buy a property that I own. I don't have to pay rent to somebody else. Am I going to buy a second one? For me, actually no. And that goes against what some of the people that work with me say. And they're right. Actually, owning a second one can be a good one. I'm a little bit impatient. So naturally, I know that my own impatience can get the better of me. So think when you're investing, there's 2 things you've got to look at. You've got to look at what you feel is going to give you the good return. Are you impatient? And can you take the volatility? And then you can have, with a financial advisor, good advice to go in the right portfolio for you. So should you go with crypto? Some people, yes. Should you go with stock? Some people, yes. Should you invest into lots of properties and build up a property portfolio? If you're patient, for sure. It's a personal decision, but you should always take good financial advice to make sure you understand the risks and understand, more importantly, the right asset class, the right place. So when we take property, where would you invest? Has someone done the research? Where's the best yield? Where's the best place to invest? Where's the growth? Where are companies going? Perhaps the transport is improving. So taking advice can mean you don't just buy property, but you've actually gone into the best. Same thing with shares, same thing with crypto. invest in the best, making sure you're in the right fund at the right time, can mean you put yourself in the future at some stage where you never have to worry about money again. That's what good financial advice does. Puts you in a situation where you've built up money and you never have to worry about it again. And that's why good advice, even listening to my talk show, can make sure that you get the best advice and get the best thing for you.